Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Zack Griset with Buildbox. Very excited to be doing Q&A with you guys this morning. Looks like we've already got some questions that are being thrown up. What's up, Astro Hound, Ross Drive, AR or AR03SM? What's up, Hugh? What's up, Zurich? Good to see you again. Kassan Low was the first comment, it looks like. Congratulations, Kassan, for being the first. Faisal S. Hey, what's up, Faisal? Harry Waters and Ed Reyes. What's up, everybody? Hey, Faisal, you were the one who asked me about the wave question, right? If you wanted to like have different speeds, like going back and forth on a wave. We actually added some randomization to the wave node, to the jump node, and to the set physics node, because of my conversation I had with you. So that was really, really cool that you asked for that. So keep asking questions, man. Thank you so much. Random stuff with Thiru. What's up? What's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Glad to hear that you're a fan. The Math Awakening. What's up, man? It's Yobi Diddy. Hey, random stuff with Thiru. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Sproink! Exclamation mark. What's up? How's it going? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and dude, thank you guys all so much for joining me this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some questions and start teaching some stuff. Looks like Zurich might have been the first one on the gun there on the comments board there. What's up, Manuel Lopes? What's up? And Faisal, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, glad, like really glad you asked that question. Okay, cool. So let's take a look and let's see what we've got for some questions today. Let's see here. How to make draw games like something like we are drawing a line like Happy Glass. Okay. So this one is a little bit tough, but I would start off with this template, the draw template, and to be honest, this has got a custom node to it, so you would need to do custom coding for this one. But what I can do is I can put it on a list that you requested, some drawing nodes, like a good solid drawing node, so that it's easy to do like a drawing game. So let me go ahead and make a quick note of that real fast. Give me a second, Zurich. I'm going to write that down. How to make how to make a drawing game. How to make a drawing game. And then we need to get a drawing node. Need a drawing node. Okay. And then let me go ahead and play though the template so that you can see what we've got so far. So this is the drawing template, right? Now this one, you just draw it around. You can draw your path, and then when you release it with your mouse, it'll speed up and it'll move in that direction. So if I want to get that key, I just go like that, and then I can move myself in here. Oops, and I hit the wall. So you gotta try not to hit the wall. But anyways, that's as close as that we've got. That's the closest we've got to a drawing game. But if you look, you see here, this is the drawing node. And so the drawing node there's the little marker, the little dashes. So you might be able to work with this, but this is it's not gonna be super easy. It's not gonna be super straightforward. You might have to do some custom coding. So just fair warning. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's move on. So does anybody else, Zurich, you have another question on how to make a game mechanics like sandballs. Hugh, if you wouldn't mind, Hugh, pulling up, like just sending me a link to sandballs that shows me like a good example of the gameplay so that I know what we're talking about, because I actually don't know what sandballs is. And then meanwhile, Roller Splat. Dude, I forgot. I remember Roller Splat. Darn it. Let's go. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look up Roller Splat, and then Hugh, if you wouldn't mind looking up the Sandy one. Okay, so Roller Splat. Let's see here. I remember Roller Splat. I'm just like blanking on it right now. I can't see it. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. Okay, so I actually have a sliding template like this for you. So let me just pull it up. So desktop, desktop, BBDocs, puzzle game, backup. Let's try swipe puzzle lesson. Okay, February 20th, January 9th. Let's see here. Swipe puzzle lesson is probably a good one. Let's take a look at that one. Now, I'll just share the BB doc with you, but I'll also show you how it works. So I believe, yeah, this is it. So you wanted a game like Roller Splat, so everybody, so you can see this. So this is what the question was asked: is can you make a game like this? So this is a template that I happened to make. You know who also did this was Josh Higgins made a template. And he shared this a long time ago too. His was, I think, done a little bit differently than mine. But anyways, so the way I have it set up is you go use the keyboard buttons to go up, down, left, and right. And then once you cover all of them, you go to the next level, right? And let's see here. That one's a old lesson. Let me see if I've got another one here. Let me see. I think I've got, so that's swipe puzzle lesson. Let's see if I've got another swipe puzzle in here. Let me see what I've got. Swipe puzzle. Okay. So swipe puzzle lesson, swipe puzzle project backup. Yeah, swipe puzzle game. Okay, let's try this. Let's try the, I'll move the backup right here so I can access it. And then I'll move the game here as well. Because one of these is a lot better than the other. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's try opening up this one first. And then I'll go ahead and I'll show you like how to make it, but I want to at least get you a better template. So this is the backup. Okay. Yeah, this is a weird one that I was like experimenting with. I remember I was testing this out. I built a little like campfire for this one in the corner. Yeah, let's see here. I'll go ahead and let you use this one so that you can test this out. You can build off this. It's honestly, this was one that I was going to like dress up for you pretty nicely and then pass it along. Let me see. I'm going to check one last game file real fast, guys, and then I might just share that last one with like the campfire and the because that would be useful for that too. Just kind of like a quick setting. Oh yeah, this one is the best one though. Okay, yeah. So you cover it all and then you win. You go to the next one. It's a different color. And yeah, okay. So I'll give you this one. And then you can, then you can use this guy. Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and just share this real fast in Discord, and then I'll go over very briefly how to do this, so that you understand like how I made this. Give me just a second, guys. I'm just logging in Discord real fast, and then I'm gonna throw you guys this BB doc. Okay, cool. So wow, you can see how behind I am on my messages. Okay, so let's see here. Buildbox live streams. Cool. All right, here is the swipe puzzle game. This is a swipe puzzle template. Okay. And then I'm going to give you the one that I was just working on personally, that I added enemies to the spike board. Like I added like little spikes that come up once you get close to them. I added atoms, like little like spinning atom things so that you can get points on the board. And I started adding like setting, like, or like background stuff, like a little campfire. So I'll share that one with you guys as well. This is the swipe puzzle backup, project backup. I think I'm going to just name it swipe puzzle experiment. I'll call it experiment, and I'll do dash enemies and atoms, so you guys know which one this one is. Okay, and then drop that one in there, and then it's on Discord. Everybody can grab this anytime you guys want, so just grab that puzzle game. All right, and then let's get to how I made this. So first off, going into like the first world, I do like a little transition here, or at least or no. Hold on. Oh, there is no UI for this thing. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, this is the starting thing. And okay, anyways, never mind, I got distracted. Okay, so this is the first world, first level, first board. All right, now the way I started off is I just got regular old cubes, right? I went to the asset library. I just grabbed a basic cube. I put it out here in the scene, right? I set it up to something like, you want to make sure it's like set at like 16 and then 10. You want whole round, like you want round numbers. You don't want decimals there. You don't want 16.332947. Okay, so you get the positioning the way you want like this, and if you can get it to match the grid, then great. If you can't, no big deal. All right, the way you probably want to do it is probably like 11 and then 17. And then you can see now that the odd numbers match the grid, which is kind of useful. So that is what I used for the floor. I used these white tiles, and then I used W, A, S, and D on my keyboard. Just use the W, A, S, and on my keyboard, the keyboard buttons, and then that's how I drew the ground, the floor. Okay, so that's the first thing you do is you get your ground all set up. Okay, then you set up the walls up above, and you got to make sure, I like to make sure that they're like sitting right above, and I also made sure that there's no overlap. Like I could have put like white cubes down the middle, right? I could have put white cubes down the middle, but there's a reason why you don't want to do that, and it has to do with collision shapes, and you don't want to accidentally hit these white tiles, like that are underneath a wall. Strangely enough, I just realized that this tile needs to go, and so does this one. And so that is probably, I remember now there was an issue with this before I couldn't figure out. Now I have a feeling that this now is not going to work, and so it shouldn't work. Let's see if it works. It does not. Okay. And that's because I had accidentally added 2 extra health to this character. So basically, most of the magic is done here in the characters. So I'll go here to the main character, and basically I've got it set up so that now it says jump, right? But basically the jumps are the swipes. So every single time I swipe, instead of using a move node, don't use a move node, because a move node will just keep moving over it forever and ever and ever. Okay, and it'll just keep trying to run and ram up against the wall. You don't want that. You want to use a jump because it just applies a force, just one instance of a force, just poof, right? Just swipe and go that way. Okay, then this one right here is you have a certain amount of health, and each time you go over a ground thing, right? Each time you go over a ground square, like one of those white cubes that I showed you, it does damage. It does damage to the character. And then you say, okay, well, after a certain amount of damage, then I want you to perform the menu jump. So this one, it has a health of 29. I just got rid of 2 of the cubes, though. So I should make it now health 27, and it should work. So let's test it out. Let's see. Health 27. Cross your fingers. And there you go. It works because now I've got the right amount of health. I had it at 29, and it was too much because I had deleted those 2 cubes, right, from underneath the ground I was showing you guys. Now, a little bit, there's a few little other things that are kind of tricksy, okay? One is how you run the collision shapes, okay? So check out the collision shape here. So the collision shapes on the outer walls are just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit big, okay? You want them to be just a little bit tiny off the wall, all right? I'll zoom in here so you can see that. It's a little bit off the wall, and then I like to have it quite a bit off of the cube, off the sides, okay? Because if not, it'll just hit up against the wall, and it'll be like right up against it. So let me show you here. So you see how when I slide, it's not flat up against the wall. Yeah, I think that's just, it might be a preference thing. And you can make the character a sphere too. You can just go over here and say, okay, got the character as a sphere now. And then I play the game, and this looks a little bit more like Roller Splat now, right? Because Roller Splat had the ball character. Now, the last thing, right? The last little trick, I guess you might say, to building out this game. So the main trick is the floor and the health thing, right? So each time it's hitting the ground, it's doing a little bit of damage to the character, and then after a certain amount of damage, instead of saying, "Oh, I want it to be a game over situation," I just say, "Okay, well, after a certain amount of damage, I want to move to the next level," and you just think of it that way. You could also, yeah, no, I think that's probably a good way to do it. Then, now here's the other thing. Okay, so these are floor 1s. So this is a special flooring so that if it hits a certain color, or if an object hits it, it'll change colors. So let's go to floor 1, right? And it says, okay, if collide with main character 1, then you change the color to this red color. But you know what would be awesome? Is I'm kind of dumb. I just realized this right now. I made different flooring for each world, right? So for the second world, I had flooring 2, right? And this one turns green. But if you're smart, you create a second if collide node and a second set color node, and all you do is you say, okay, well, if I collide with main character 1, I want it to be this color. But if I collide with main character 2, I want it to be, this color, green. And then you don't have to have a bunch of different flooring pieces for each single level. It could just be flooring object 1, all right? And then basically when the character comes in contact with it, it changes the color to the right color, okay? So, yeah, that is that template. I shared it with you on Discord. Let's keep moving to the next question. That's how you do Roller Splat. All right. Next question. Okay, sandballs. Let me take a look at sandballs, guys. 1 second. Okay. Sandballs. Do you have hey Hugh, would you mind sending me a YouTube video of the gameplay of sandballs? There might be a video here on. So this is what it looks like. So sandballs looks to be like you draw the path, and as you're drawing, it takes little chunks away from the sand. Yeah, this one is going to be a tough one to do on Buildbox right now, to be honest with you. You could do is touched, and oof. Okay. Let me see something. It's tough because you could do is touched, and you could have some object that you get rid of as you're touching it, right? But it's making an object that is small enough, and you would need so much collision shapes That doesn't make sense to do it that way. Let me think. You know what, man? I'm gonna have to put this one on the list. I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think I can show you that one today, and that one's going to take some serious custom code. It's not so much the moving the balls and getting them to fall in the holes and getting the barriers and stuff. It's more about, and even the dragging part is probably not super hard. It's about the sand. It's about creating a sand object that you can click and that it only takes little tiny chunks away. Yeah, and then establishing how you're going to handle the collision barrier for that, or the collision shape for that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. No worries, Hugh, about the gameplay on that one. So, okay, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Sorry about that, man. I couldn't be more helpful on that one. That's a tough one. Okay, so sorry, Zurich, on that one. Ed Reyes, any updates on Master Collection 2 and 3? Yes. So, Ed Reyes, we are currently, we've got some people working on Master Collection 2. We're going to hopefully be releasing the software sometime in the next year, I would say, or so. It's kind of still up in the air, but we haven't left it behind. We're going to continue we're continuing to work on it. And we should hopefully have some really awesome software for you guys. We've got Soundbox, Pixelbox, Animation Box, VoxelBox, you name it. And what's going to be so awesome is when we get the VoxelBox set up working and get that out to everybody, because you'll be able to create voxels so easily, export them as OBJs, and just throw them right into the software and use them. It'll be awesome. And then you could even export. You know what would be cool is. Yeah, it's going to be awesome for sure. So that's what's going on with Master Collection 2. We're going to keep releasing updates in the next year for the customers who bought it, and then we will release it officially. Easy E, what's up, bro? Is it possible to make a game like Stack Colors and Buildbox? Let's take a look at Stack Colors. Let's see if we can. Stack Colors. And yeah, Hugh, if you could when you send me the game, send me a video link of a YouTube video link of the gameplay, so I can just play it and so I can see what the gameplay looks like. Because static photos are useful, but a little video is pretty nice too. It's probably more useful. So how do you play this game? So move and stack the right color platforms and finally kick them to get a huge score. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Hugh, if you could send me a link to the gameplay. Thank you. You're awesome. All right, Hugh's got me. All right, let's watch an ad, everybody. That's how they get you. Wow, that game looks actually super cool. I love that animation style. Jeez, that animation style is so cool. That looks just like Love, Death, and Robots from Netflix. All right, let's see this thing. So you collect the bricks. Okay, that's easy. You change colors. Green. Okay, that's easy. I can change colors. That's super easy. And then what do? But there's no enemies. Well, I could show you how to do that, but there's no challenge. There's no enemies. What about when you get like 3 colors in one? What happens if you get the wrong color? Red. Okay, let's see him mess up. Oh. Okay. Get a bigger tool. Okay, man, let's do this. Yeah, I'm guessing something bad happens when you touch the wrong color. Okay, let's do this. So, I'm going to get rid of this. Start off with a brand new game. This is going to take me a little bit to do, okay? This is not going to be super, super fast, but you give me a couple minutes and I'll make this no problem. It would be cool to have Hugh, if you wouldn't mind getting me the like there's a runner FBX file that we have. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's like, it's not the Stemets one. It's like Jason or Jared or Jeanette or something. Hugh, if you could find out, it's FBX animation. It's like a generic runner animation, and yeah, send me the generic runner animation, and then that's all I need, and I'll make it so that the colors change as it's running down. If you can send that to me, the FBX files for that, I think let me take one quick look actually, Hugh, see if I have it right here on me. Give me a second, guys. So sorry to make you wait. Yeah, I don't have it on me right now. Hugh. So if you can get the FBX files of just like the generic one, okay, and then I'll get everything else set up so that we can drop in the FBX files at the end. It'll be really cool, guys. Okay, so let's start off with like our main character here just being like a cube, right? So main character. Cool. All right, I'm gonna stretch the main character up just a little bit, so that it's a little longer. Okay, let's make another scene. Let's make a second scene here so that we can actually run. Let's get rid of the second character in the main scene. Stretch this guy out. Let's move this guy here. Let's get rid of the ground. We could do a path. The path could be cool. Let's do a path. Wow, scene path looks different. Okay. Scene path. Okay. Physics. Scene path. Turn the physics on. Let's make an orange path here. Just toss that in there. Let's go here. Scene path. Grab the orange texture that's already in there. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, we've got an orange path going. Hold on one second. I gotta double check something. Sorry about this, guys. The darn ad again. Okay, yeah, it's slightly isometric. I love the camera shakes. It's so great. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. I'll save this down here for a reference later. So let's change the camera angle a little bit so it's something like that. Okay, let's make the scene path quite a bit wider. Oh, sorry, not the scene path. The start and end scale. Let's do 2. Let's do 4 and 4. Okay, we'll do 4 and 4 on this one as well. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, it's looking good, but I don't like the camera angle. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, something like that is probably more what we're looking for. Something like this. I think something like that is probably a little closer. Okay, let's call this main character. That's so weird. I could have sworn I already named it main character. Maybe I didn't press enter or something like that. Okay, let's get the different colored cubes. So let's do 3 different colors. Let's do blue points. Let's do blue points. And then actually I'm gonna just delete these. Delete Y, and then I'll duplicate these and then do red. green. Okay. Cool. RGB. Cool. Let's do, you know what? Actually, I don't like the color of the path. Let's change the scene path to be something like, let's see here. Saturation, brightness. Huh. That's weird. You used to be able to change the brightness. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna change the path just a little bit. Let's do this color. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like the orange anymore. It's too much. It's too much color going on. And then let's crank down the lightness a little bit on this guy. It should be the opposite. Oh, okay, this is gonna bug me now. Here, let's do like this. Press play, and then I'll cut this guy. There. And then we'll go back to dark. Okay. Sorry about that. I know I'm being persnickety, but I'm a weirdo. Cool. It just looks a lot better. There. Okay, now let's get some colors going. Let's get some blue going. Change the color to blue. Okay. Now we'll say that action, when you collide with the character, you want to remove the object. Okay. Remove the object, so it's gone. Okay, and we'll have that the collision shape be a cube. We'll have the main character move, so that's movement to the main character. You know what? Actually, I think touch path would be really useful for this one. Let me try. Yeah, touch path, and then let me see something real fast. Okay, so that's the moving side to side part. The moving up and down I don't like. So let's do Y range. Let's see here. Let's do 0. Yeah, so just side to side, so not forward and back. And then we'll do the height over path. Let's do 2. Yep, something like that. Then add movement. We'll add -10. There we go. And we'll nope, good. Cool. Let's do no rotation factor. 0, 0, 0. No rotation. Huh. Y range. Let's do 200. Okay. Let's do 0. Interesting. Okay. That's weird. Let's move second one down. Is it a path move? You have to use a special huh. No. Weird. Interesting. Is anybody like understanding clearly why this is not working? Why the move node would not work with the touch path? Curious. Okay, so the physics type has to be set to dynamic. If the physics type is equal to a path move node is designed to work with kinematic. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so this is silly because it says the warning here says the path move node is designed to work with kinematic or non-physics objects. Okay, well, okay, yeah, we've got it set to kinematic. Also, the warning shouldn't say path move node; it should say touch path node, because this is not the path move node. This is the touch path node. And then let's see here. I've already got it set to kinematic. Sensitivity, starting path. Let's see here. Is anybody seeing what's up, Smart Penguins? It might be time to save me on this one. I don't know. Why won't the move node work with? Did I accidentally put like a position factor on it? A limiter? No. The collision shape, maybe it's physics. Maybe the physics needs to be turned off on the path. Maybe that's it. So I got the side to side, and I just want it moving forward. I just want it to move forward. Okay, whatever. Let's not do touch path. Let's do touch move, and then I'll just crank the sensitivity down to nothing on this. So touch move. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure why though the move node doesn't work with touch path, because anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll figure that out later. Okay, so the Y is sensitivity. We'll change it to 0. So we can't move forward and back. Okay, great. Let's do a position limiter. Position limiter. Cool. Position limiter on the main character so that there is no max on these, on the Z or the Y, but let's see if it's -1 and 1, so it's only left and right there. Let's do -3, -3, nope, let's do -6. Okay, cool, that works for me. Let's do 6 on this side or 7 on this side. Move it to that side. Okay, that works. That looks good. Maybe just do 6. Just a tiny, tiny bit too far. Okay, now let's get the camera moving. Oh, that's right. Set scene speed. Yeah, path move or set scene speed. Okay, Codemeyer, you're 100% right. You use set scene speed with the path move node. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys that real fast. So you can use move and touch move together, or you can use touch path and set scene speed. Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Right, and then let's use the 0 on that and hook those up. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Very good. And then the position limiter is set to the path. So the path is going to limit the position instead of the position limiter. Okay. You know what? Let's use set scene speed then instead. And then we'll scratch the touch move and the touch. We'll use touch path. We'll get rid of the position limiter, and then the Y range. So let's do 0 there. Let's do Y range, do -3. Sensitivity, we do 0 here. Height over path needs to be 2. I messed that up. Okay. Okay. Perfect. See how far. Huh. Okay. If I change the Y range, why does it say Y range when you're changing the X coordinate? Okay. Interesting that the position limiter doesn't work like that, but whatever. I don't mind that it goes to the edge of the path. All right, next, we take the camera. We got to make it the position follow the character. All right, now let's start adding in some slats. Okay, so we'll take this scene here, go here, blue. Let's make this a little smaller. Here and here. Okay, let's make sure that I'm gonna kind of center it so that I know how big to make everything, because there's 3 rows in the game, right? So we got to make 3 rows here. That looks solid, I'd say. Let's try adding 2 more to make sure that everything's kind of even. So I would add that guy, and then I'd probably put this one there, and the other one there. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That looks solid. Okay, cool, guys. Let's go with that. Next, let's make a bunch of copies of these things. So let's do that. And then let's do a couple of them, right? Do a couple of these guys. Like this. Then hold shift down and select all 4 of them. Copy and paste them, and then shift them. And then do the same thing. Hold shift again. Copy those guys. And you just keep doubling how much you're copying. So next time it'll be like there. And then you could, yeah, that's good enough for right now. Okay. So then the main character, so let's see here. So we need to now spawn every single time we collide with one of these blue points. So if collide, so hook this up. If we collide with one of the blue points, and the blue points are going to be static. Let's have them be static. Collision shapes. If you collide with them, you want to spawn a display. Let's do display points, or display blue point, or yeah, just display blue, because you don't want this one to be the same one that you're putting on top, because it'll, it's gonna do, they're meant to do different things. Okay, let's check the hex color code on the blue. Hex color code is 4682FF. 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 Right? We got that done. Same, so it's the same blue. The only thing is okay, so this scale is, let's make the scale be 1.85, and then the Y scale be 0.1. Yeah. And then we will do the display blue, then has to be scaled down to 0.1, and what was this one? 1.85, I think, right? And so it looks like the slats. You gotta do this. I would do the same thing with the collision shape, just for right now, but what we'll do is we'll make these dynamic. Yeah, I'll figure this out. For right now, we're going to make them kinematic, I think. And then what we'll do is at the end, we'll do set physics, right? At some point, we'll do set physics, and we'll make them into dynamic, and then they'll go flying forward. But later, yeah. So, okay, so right here, we'll make them kinematic for right now. Cubes, good. Main character. We'll spawn the blue display blue, and we'll put it a position offset. We'll put it above the character by like 4. And then this is the hard part, though, is to get them to start stacking. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and I'll save real fast. So this is the, what was this called? Stacker game? Shoot. What was it? It was called, thank you, by the way, Hugh, for the FBX stuff. Thank you very much, Hugh. It's called Stack Colors. Stack Colors template. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. Let's crush this guy. Let's delete this guy. Oops, sorry, my bad. Delete. And delete. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, cool. Now we just need to do a couple things. So the blue points, we need to remove with the character. So something's happening there. Let's check that out, because it's not colliding with the character. So let's make that part just a tiny bit bigger. If collide with the character. Oh, you know what? No, it's not so much that it's not colliding with the character. It's that I took the character, I put the main character in the characters menu, but I didn't make the main character be part of the collision group, the character collision group. So I have to go over here to the collision group character, make it a character, and then it's gonna work. Okay, so now we've got that. We're picking up the slats, but then we're leaving them behind. So we need to make the spawn be a child of the character. So then we start stacking them, but then we start just stacking 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is the part that is a little funky. Okay. Does anybody have any idea? Okay, does anybody have an idea on how to increase the stack, right? Like, I'm curious. Let's see here. If I were to make the display blue dynamic, and it would be it's still a child, but it's still gonna fall. So let's do static. Let's do kinematic, I guess. And no, I need them to be a little bit offset each time. I have an idea. Okay. So let's have it just do a slight position animation, and let's have the position animation take place in a fraction of a second, and let's have it go up by 1, and it happens every single time, and it's linear, and let's see what happens. No. Okay. 0.5. I've got it. Okay. This is what it is. I know what to do. I guess we should spawn and keep adding to the existing stack. So this is what I was thinking, what I was going to do. is I was going to have an invisible object above the character spawn, right? And then after it spawns, it shifts up. It's invisible and it shifts up. So each time it spawns, it'll spawn and the position will go with it. You know what I mean? So let's do this. Let's call this invisible spawner, right? So we'll do. I like your idea too, Codemeyer. Though I don't see why that wouldn't work. Invisible spawner, right? So we make this be a child of the character, right? It follows along the character, follows with the character, right? Let's have it be like right above the character. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, probably a little more like that. Let's just change the position to be the same. So 0. And then is this 0? Cool. Okay, invisible spawner. Now, have the invisible spawner be a child of the character. So now you have this thing that moves. Oops, it's dynamic, my bad. Cool. Spawner. Okay, now, then what you want to do is you want to, when the main character collides with the blue object, you don't want to spawn, but what you want to do is you want to send a signal to spawn somewhere else, right? So you send a signal to spawn, okay? Then you go to the invisible spawner and you say, okay, when I receive this signal, I better spawn. I better spawn the blue thing, the blue display thing. Spawn. And then, so I receive the spawn signal, and I know to spawn. And then I also, when I do a position, I'll do a position animation the second that I'm done spawning. So I do display blue, whoops, display blue, and then display blue, we display it as a child. You keep the position, I think the offset is the same. Then you do a position animation. The second it's done. And, then that'll shift it. Hold on one second. Okay. Let me try. This is going to shift it with this is the problem with the position animation. Interesting. So this will spawn, but it'll bring the other ones up to it. It won't work. Let's just try it for funsies, but yeah, I don't see this working. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, you see how it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up? So let's do something like 0.2, by the way, is what we're really going for. Right, so we want that like little stacking. We're close, right? We're like stacking, but it's not staying down below. So you can see the stacking is happening, but okay, so okay. If I don't move this as a child, what happens? They just keep falling. That would be bad. So what I could do, wow, this would be hilarious. Wow. What if I, oh, wait. Get rid of that position animation. Let's try this. Okay. Let's also try get rid of let's add the child again. Nope. Okay, it's stacking. So And if I change the position factor to be 0, that's not going to change it. That's not going to prevent it from being a child. Okay, so that doesn't help it. The next thing I would say is this. Okay, so you spawn it. And then okay, let me think. Hey, what's up, Spice Bean? Thanks for joining. Okay, we're so close here. So the position animation, let's see here. Oh, wow. All right, this is going to be super weird, but imagine this. Imagine I take the scene speed. Imagine I add it to the display blue. Technically, I think it would move along with it. And what you would do is you take off the as child. Nah, okay, so then, and you spawn them and they are kinematic. Let's have them just move. Instead of let's set scene speed, have them move at 10, -10. Let's see. Oof. Close. We're getting close. That's weird that set scene speed and the move node are not the same. Wait, holy moly, cannolis. It's working. Okay, check this out. Okay, now watch this. So invisible spawner. Let's make this model 1-to-1 or whatever here. Let's go here and go 1-1-1 with it. Okay, let's make the invisible spawner invisible now. And let's see how this looks. Okay, we've got some stacking. Why is that? Okay, hold on. Wasn't the set scene speed... So the set scene speed is set to 10 here. So the scene speed is set to 10, but the displays move at -12. And then what I would do is at some point, I would just like stop the character. So what I would do is let's do a character stop. Yeah, so let's see here. So let's make the character stop. Also, okay, one second. So when I collide with the blue points, let's add points. Add points. Okay. We'll add global points. There, current. We'll add 1 point. Let's go to the UI here. Let's add in a little bit of score here so you can see the points. Points, current, left, stick to edge, cool. We'll do something like that. Let's make sure that that's working. Okay, let's save real fast. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's get that up there a little bit more. And I don't like the gradient part. Let's just X the gradient. Okay. Now, the part that I want to do next is, so at the end of this world, I want to have like an invisible wall, right? Okay, because in the game, it looks like you reach... Oh, we got to change the colors too. Darn it. Okay. So, interesting. Okay, so there's like an animation. He does this thing where he reaches a point and then it goes slow motion and then everything, and then he does a kick and there's a linear velocity, a force and changes. So it changes the objects to dynamic, so they're gravity. Then it applies a force, a jump force, to the objects, and it does like a slow motion movement and a camera position change, a camera shake, and a special animation. Holy moly, there's a lot that goes into this. I'll probably do the stop and the maybe some color changing here. Let's do some color changing. Okay. So yeah, here we go. So let's see here. So we'll do a invisible wall, right? So this is a level complete wall. I'm going to do a extra scene, or yeah, I'll do an extra scene. I'm going to make the yeah, I'm going to make this be like the end scene, and it's going to be let's get rid of all these blue points here. Okay, get rid of all those blue points. Will be this end scene. We'll make sure that the scenes are aligned, so it goes 1 and 2, and it goes in order. Then let's make it so that when you hit this invisible wall here at the end, the level complete wall, we make it so that all these things happen. There's a lot that's this gameplay. There's a lot that goes into it, actually. There's like quite a bit of work. I like this game. It's a good question. Okay, so stacking points. Okay, when we hit the wall. So let's do this. Let's do when we hit the wall. If I collide with the wall, with the level complete wall, I want the set scene speed to be lower. I want the scene speed to be lower. So we'll go to 6. I want also another. I want to send a signal to on the on those display things. So change physics. I'm going to copy and paste that so it's the same spelling. So the display. So at some point, there needs to be a receive node here that tells this thing, okay, I need to change the physics so that we're not... dang it, I just pressed the wrong one again. Okay. Level complete wall. And this one we want to remove when we collide with the character. So if I'm going to just put the affected asset as character, and then we will go ahead, we'll make this static, and then we'll remove the wall. I'm going to go ahead and save. Sorry guys if this is taking me a long time. It's just, it takes a little bit to set up. You know how it is. Okay, so wall complete. I'm just curious to see what happens right now. So there's the wall. And okay, so the wall was not removed. I don't like that. I don't like the collide part. So okay, we'll get rid of the if collide part. We'll do if collide. Okay, let's try this now. Okay. Oops. Let's go real thin with it. Oh my gosh, I keep changing the collision shape. Okay, there we go. Let's move it forward a little bit. All right, let's save. Let's check this out. Let's press play. Stack. throw forward, and then they go throwing forward, and then do we have any physics on the path? Nope, no physics on the path. Let's change that. Okay, and then physics on the path. Give me a second, guys. Let's try that, and then we'll make the wall invisible. Okay, and then you throw them. They look pretty good, but there's not a ton of... Oh, it's the... Okay, because they're not... They keep moving. So we need to, I think do zeros on there. And then after the level wall complete is done, or once the main character hits the wall, let's do... Let's try this. I'm going to try to set the scene speed to 0 and just like stop the character. And then I want to get one stationary object so that I can tell whether or not I'm actually stopped or not. So let's take a look. Yep. Okay. But they keep moving. They're moving and moving at 10. Which I don't like. So, let's see here. Okay. So they keep moving because this doesn't ever stop going unless you have to have it set at a state. So, what we'll do is we'll change it to, use a state machine. We'll add 2 states. We'll have this be just like I got stacked state, and then I'm getting thrown state. Okay, so when you start off, you're in a stacked state and you're moving, and then once you receive out, once you get this whole change physics thing, that means you get thrown and you change your set physics to dynamic. Let's see if this works. And also, I think we can go ahead. I'm going to increase the next scene threshold by a little bit so that we can see further down. And then also the camera view, the far distance rendering, I'm going to do about 6002, a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to get rid of the level wall complete. After this experiment right now, I'm going to make it invisible again. Okay, cool. So we can see the wall off into the distance really easily. Character stops. But those objects, they fall. So what we should do is apply some sort of jump force, I want to say. I'll get rid of this cube because I know it's stationary. We can get rid of we can make the wall invisible now, and then we could do some sort of like checkered line, right? Like we'll do dashes underneath this guy, right? Something like that. Maybe shrink him down a little bit. Yeah, something like this. Let me see here. Yeah. Dashes. Let's just crank you up a little bit. Okay. Move you out. Let's have you centered. Okay, and then square out. Cool. All right. No physics on that. And I'll save again. Let's bring back the level complete wall visually, and then the display points, these guys need to be thrown a little bit. Unless I take off the zeros, and then maybe it'll just hold on to the momentum. Let's take a look. So there's the checkered line. We get our points, we get to the checkered line, we stop, and we throw them forward. Oh, heck, that looks pretty good. But the top one, why does the top one fall back? What happened with the top one? Come on. I was so close. Okay, the top. Ugh. So close. Bummer, man. Okay, what is it? Is it hitting something? Well, I want the top one to go firing too. I think it's hitting this thing. I think it's actually running into this thing right here. Let me double check. Let me see here. So invisible spawner. I'm not even sure it needs to have a collision shape. You know what I mean? The invisible spawner doesn't need a collision shape. Yes! Ugh! Yes! Okay, cool. So we have throwing now. Now we just need to do color changing. So let's do color changing real fast. Okay. So color changing. Let's do let's do another world. Okay. It says Vlad, add a little bit of an angle when they stack. Okay, this is looking pretty good, but I want to... Okay, so now I just need to do color changing, and then might add the FBX runner guy, and then I think you're done. I think, like, the game is pretty much made, almost. Like, I would do a camera shake. Let's do a little camera shake, actually. So, main character, when you collide with the level complete wall, let's do a camera shake, a fun one, real short one. Oh, wait. Can you do, can you set it for a certain duration, or is it just going to keep going? Position shake. Let's do a little rotation shake. Let's see here. Because he does a little shake. That didn't work. That wasn't a shake at all. Huh. Okay. You know what? I'll worry about the shake later. Let's do the more important part is the color changing part. So, okay, so let's see here. So let's do, I'm going to add in another scene here. Okay, I'll add in a second scene. We'll get rid of all these blues here. Get rid of the blues. Let's do some reds out here. What size were the blues? They were 185 and 0.1, right? So let's do the same thing with these guys. 185 and 0.1. Okay, cool. Let's change the color so that it's red points. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just delete this one, the red points here. I'm going to make a copy of this one because it's already got the code in it. And I'll do the same thing with the display blue too. So I'll call this red points. Yeah, red points. Okay. And then make this red. Cool. Let's check the hex color on that. So it's the same run. FF4050. 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 Okay. Cool. Red points. Let's lay them down. 1.85. 0.1. Let's do the same thing with the collision shape here. Should be, let's see here. Blue points should be 1.85. Oh, no. That's fine. That's fine. It's the display points that needs to be adjusted. So this will be display red. And then, oh boy, I believe there is one other thing I forgot. I think that as you're picking them up, it'll change. So all of the colors will change to red. That's easy. That's fine. That's easy to do. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's get a couple of these red guys out there. I'm just going to center them right now. I'm just going to kind of do like an example level here. Yeah, sorry if this is taking a little bit long. guys, this is a heck of a question, you know, like how to make it's not just like one aspect of a game, it's like how to make the whole game. What did I just do? Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, collect them, copy, paste, make a little copy. Booyah. Copy and paste this guy. I'm going to have to get to more questions tomorrow, guys. I have a feeling that this is going to run a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to probably call it a day. So sorry about that. But I hope that this is still useful for you guys and that you guys end up, enjoying it. Okay, so now we need to do color change color red, or change color to red. Okay, red. We'll have this be static. We'll have this be the color of red that we want. What was it? It was FF4050, right? Okay, cool. Let's change that here. Let's make it like this, and low, and long. Okay, let's center it. Okay. Something like that. Maybe make it a little bit thicker and a little bit taller. And maybe make it a little bit glowy, right? So you can change the incandescence a little bit, right? A little bit higher. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a glow. You could even kind of, probably add a little. How did they do it in the game? How did they do it? They have a little, they have a gradient thing that shoots, like little particle emitter that shoots up from it. Okay, I'm not going to do that today, but I could. I can show you how to do that. If you want to ask that in another lesson, or ask me on Discord to show you how to make a little particle emitter that shoots up from the color changing thing and make that little gradient and stuff, I can show you how to do that later, no problem. Okay, so so when I collide with this guy, so when I collide, if I collide with this guy, if I collide with the color, change color to red, I want to set the color to red. Set color to red. And it was FF4050. Okay, cool. Set color to red. And then I want to do the same thing here. So if I... Also... Sorry. Yeah, if I set color to red, I want to what I'll probably do is I'll just do a send right here, right? So when I collide, I'll send a signal to change to red. Or I'll call it change color to red. Color to red. Okay, I'll save that. I'll copy it. Let's go to display blue. Let's do another receive node. Receive node. Let's put change color to red. Let's use a set color. Let's use the set color from this one because we've already got that one done. So we'll just paste that in there and hook it up. Okay, set color to red. And okay, so this is gonna set the color to red. And then let's see here. So this is gonna change color to red. This is gonna stack red. And then the only problem is that when you get red points, when you collect red points, you want to stack red stuff. So right now we've got so that it is only colliding with blue points. So we do want we want them to collide with red points as well. And then it's fine to add the point. That's fine. But we need to send a separate signal. So let's do a different send, and let's name this send spawn red. Yeah, spawn red. And I'll copy that, spawn red, because it's got to be the same. And we'll go to red points. And, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so this is spawn. So we need another receive node to spawn red instead. So spawn red. Let's get another spawn node here. Oops, my bad. Spawn node. And then do a position animation. But it needs to spawn the red one. Okay. I believe this will work. Sorry, that was a lot of setup, a lot of prep. All right, let's see if this works now. Oh wait, I got the invisible wall that's gonna block this. My bad. Anyways, kind of curious to see what happens. Cool, nothing. All right, great. So main character collide with the color changing to red. Color change to red is just static. It's not doing anything. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of... this is the end scene. This is red. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this wall and this dash. And then let's see if we can't collect blue. Then go through that color changing thing and then see everything change to red and still collect. And keep in mind, we can still... Oh, the stack is a little off. You notice that? It's inverted. Okay, cool, but it changed the stack color. And it continued to stack. And it threw it. And they threw it at the end. Okay, so we're getting pretty close. One thing that's interesting is that it's moving side to side. Let's see something real fast. Okay, so they're stacking right there. Interesting. Okay, one more time, I gotta figure this out. So if I stack it here, and I'm moving it to the right, why is it moving, stacking them? Why is it moving away from me? Let's try main character, touch path. Let's do this. Let's rotate the character around. Let's see here. Invisible spawner. Let's see here. Okay. Wait, why is this invisible spawner so big? As like a 1-to-1 ratio, why is it like... Oh, because it's a child. Because it's a child of the main character. Okay, I'm really curious to see what's happening with the invisible spawner as we're controlling it, you know, as we're going left and right. So it is continuing. Ah. So they're moving. Ah, okay. Let's make it as a child. And that might mess things up. Because then it'll keep going up and up and up. Interesting. Okay, so it can't be as a child here. And then the stack, let me double check. Let me make sure. I'm almost positive that the stack moves with the character, right? Yeah, it moves with the character. So, okay. I wonder if I take a touch path and I throw it in there, what happens? Hold on. Huh. It's gonna keep the same height over path. And if I get rid of it, it's not gonna get rid of it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so what I needed to do is I needed to be a child. It's interesting because what I needed to do is I actually needed to be a child of the main character, but I needed to continue to spawn. It needs to spawn where the invisible spawner is. It needs to continuously spawn where the invisible spawner is, and the invisible spawner continues to rise up and stack, but it needs to be a child of the main character, so that when the main character moves side to side, the stack moves side to side with it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try to make this one. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try to work with the dev team on this one to see if I can figure that out. That is a good. I'm gonna make a quick note of that, guys. I want a way to spawn an object, but then make it be a child with respect to another object. For example, the character, right? Like this would be a good example of like where we want it to spawn, in a certain spot, but we don't want it to necessarily be a child of the object that spawned it, because then let's see. Okay, real fast, I'm gonna just check something. If I get rid of this display, the move, and I change the invisible spawner to be a child of the blue, and then I change the position animation to be I change the spawn offset to be -0.2, right, to offset the position animation. What will happen? We'll find out. It doesn't matter. Because ooh, yeah, no, it's not gonna work like that. It's gonna have to spawn, and the position animation goes up. It stays there. Let's see it. Okay, and then you got to give the movement to the 10. All right. Okay. You know what? For right now, I'm happy with this. We got pretty gosh darn close in a short amount of time. So let's do the invisible spawner again. Let's get rid of it. So let's just take a look at what we've currently got. The FBX stuff would be fun to see. Okay. Walk, run, idle, run. Okay. Let's do this. So, okay, let's do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do, oh, dude, somebody already made a stack color template. DJ Layton already made one, and it's awesome. Dude, okay, I'm going to download this and share this with you guys. Hold on one second. So I'm so sorry, guys. I spent all this time making this template, and it turns out that one of our mods already made a template that's really awesome. Let me share it with you guys real fast. You guys probably already even know about it. But, okay, so this is Cube Surfer that was made by DJ Layton. Cube Surfer. Sweet. Okay, now the FBX file thing, though. I wanted to still try this out. So FBX. So we've got. Okay, so we've got this going on. Let me make sure this is all working. Okay, cool. It changes the color of the character, and it changes the color of the stack, and then it throws the stack, and they all go flying forward. Okay, cool. So that's not bad. It's a pretty decent start, but let's change the FBX character so it looks a little bit more awesome. So this is gen.run. Okay. Cool. Gen.run, idle animation. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so let's go here. Main character, content, subscene, keyframe animation. We'll get rid of the 3D model aspect. We'll change the subscene, get the animation here, fire off the keyframe animation. Cool. Let's go back to the main character, keyframe animation. Let's have it be run. Let's loop it. Subscene, choose the gen run character. Okay. Let's see here. Do we even have a skeleton? No. Let's try running the skeleton. Hey Hugh, there is a certain FBX file that let's see here. There's a certain FBX file that has like the model in it. Let's cancel it. Let's see if this even works. If the model's showing up. Yeah, it's not going to show up because it needs the 3D model part, and it'll show up here. Yeah, Hugh, if you can know what I'm talking about, it is a FBX file that contains the model. I think it might be this one here. I'll take a quick look on my computer as well. Object. That might have done it right there. Actually, I think that it's added. Let's see here. Yes. Oh, God, this is so dumb. It's, cool. Who is this character? Oh my gosh, what an awesome character that I didn't even know that we made this. Okay, let's delete this though. Let me see something. Do we have that weird scaling issue? Is that what it is? No, okay, hold on. That's not right. All right, 1 second. Let's see here. Gen medium animations. Okay. Gen idle jump pose. Let's see how this goes. Gen idle. Okay. Import. Here, hold on. Walk object. No, see, I need the model actually. Uh, Hugh. There's actually like a special like a shoot. It comes with a skeleton. I know it already comes with like the skeleton already like attached, but it's more like you put in the skeleton and then you get the reference, like you get the animation reference. So you see, it has the existing skeleton. Okay, let me see here. I'm not seeing it in the scene. Let's try this real fast. I do know that there is some scaling issues, right? So, um, Jesus. Okay. Yikes. That's the texture scale. Okay. Let's see at the actual scale. Okay, so let's do subscene. Let's do 90, 90, 90. Or 80, 80, 80. Okay, let's try this. Get rid of these, the gen walk and gen run. No. Let's get rid of the 3D model here. Running. Great. Super, super tiny. Let's try making it 180. 180. 180. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Hugh, I need a little bit more help here on the FBX animation stuff. Yeah. So, oh, by the way, guys, so a game, one thing I want to just mention right now, and Hugh brought up a really good point, is like, okay, so we've made some pretty good progress. I'm gonna go ahead and scratch the FBX thing. Apparently, that's not it's not playing nicely. I need to, let's see here. I'm gonna look for the Gen Animations download. Gen. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. I think I've got it right here. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about this. But one thing to mention is that, like, even though this took us a little bit of time here with Buildbox, this would have taken weeks to code. It would have taken weeks to code with anything else. So something like this that we're able to just make super, super fast, and we're already, like, making some serious progress with this. This is pretty amazing that we're able to do it this fast. Okay, so I just got this new Jen and Eric asset pack. Let's cross our fingers and make sure that this is going to work. So there's that. Here we go. Where'd you go? All right. BBDocs, player, platformer, BB asset. Oh, man, is this the... Okay. So it doesn't contain the FBX files, it contains the assets. So let's see what this looks like. Eric 4. All right, Eric asset 4. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Eric asset 4. Let's drop it in. Cool. All right. I like the character. Yeah, it's looking good. Little redhead character. Okay, let's try this now. So, subscene and keyframe animation. Let's try subscene. Let's try medium male. Awesome. But let's scratch the texture, right? And then let's see here. Let's get a running animation. So this is, yikes. Let's try Kenny running is what I want. run 2, and we'll loop it, hook it up to the animation. Let's play it. Let's get rid of the 3D model. See what happens. Okay, cool. So it's backwards. We'll flip it around. We're almost there. Okay, so first off, the main character, let's just have it be 1. Then let's flip him around. Okay. Let's save. Okay. So that doesn't... flipping around doesn't change anything in the scene. Okay, cool. So then... let's go back. Here, changing 180 there did nothing. So let's go to the main character here. Subscene, rotation 180 there. Wow, I almost just did 80. There we go, running. Let's do a little bit height on the path. Let's do 1. Let's probably just do 0 or 0.1. Okay, cool. Let's do just 0. Now, when we stack the invisible spawner, we want the position animation. Let's see here. Where is the invisible spawner? Here. Let's get rid of this 3D model part. Let's do the invisible spawner. Needs to be up a little bit, is the thing. Okay. And then let's get you down into the ground. Okay. Save real fast. I know, it's moonwalking, right? Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's moonwalking. Flip his subscene. Thank you, Vlad. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, moving forward. All right, we probably want to stack it just a little bit lower, right? And maybe out in front of him, right? Because doesn't he do this kind of thing where he has like a tray that he's running with in this game. Yeah. I kind of like it over the head actually a little bit better. Yeah, maybe a little lower though. And then start again. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. That doesn't look too bad. The position animation needs to go up a little bit higher because you can see that the stacks are kind of off. But it throws it pretty good. And then you could play a different FBX animation to do like the kick, right? You could do a different FBX animation to do the kick, and you could stop the position, and then one thing I do want to do is I want to make the invisible spawner, the position animation, probably go up by 0.3, a little bit higher. So that you can, because you kind of want, like, you see the little bit of lines, the little bit of space between the slats makes it look more like it's a stack, you know what I mean? Because if you don't have those lines, then it ends up looking almost like it's a one giant cube that's just being extended too. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and save this as the stack colors template. I wouldn't say that this is completely done. There's a little bit, there's more that needs to be done to this, but I feel like this is a pretty good start to the game. And I'll be honest with you, I had no idea how to build this. When you asked me the question, I had never seen the game. Actually, I'll be honest, I'd never seen the game. I'd never started it before, but I was able to get a video of it sent to me, so we got to all watch the gameplay together, and we could see, like, okay, that's how the gameplay is set up. And then we just made it together with Buildbox, and I feel like if we especially if I got some more help from a team effort, because you guys helped me out so much. Seriously, the guys helped me out so much in the comments. If we got like a team effort, I feel like we could build this like in a day. You know what I mean? Or 2 days or something like that. I really think like the collaborative effort is so important with Buildbox. But yeah, this would have taken a very, very long time for me to code this in Unity. And I'm not the greatest coder, but it would still take me a long time to code. So I really think that this shows like a really, strong advantage to using Buildbox, especially if you're, you want to like just test out gameplay and be like, okay, yeah, this is a good gameplay. This is a good prototype. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to cut it a little bit short. I'm going to drop off the stack colors template here. Thank you, everybody. Today, I'm going to put thank you, everybody. Yeah, so thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't get to like the number, like enough questions. I feel like I didn't get to as many questions this session because I felt like I spent a lot of time on like this template. But I feel like there was hopefully some good techniques that you learned while we went over this template, and kind of shows you like my process of like how I go about doing it. Like, okay, once I collect the slat on the ground, I need it to disappear, and I needed another one to appear above, and I just like do it little piece by piece. So. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Victor J, DJ Layton, Abmora, Zapshire, Codemeyer, Valivi, Aditya. Thank you guys so much, honestly. The next Game Jam's coming very, very soon. Probably going to announce it like any day now. Okay, so Game Jam's coming really, really soon. Very excited about this, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm doing another session tomorrow, so if your questions weren't answered tomorrow, you can either email support@buildbox.com. You can reach out to me on the Discord. You can reach out to the support team on Discord. Hugh's really helpful. DJ's Layton's really helpful. Sean's really helpful. Like the whole team's really helpful. Smart Penguins, Alcox, Hannah Max, Astrohound, everybody. So if you don't get your questions answered, but I will have some time tomorrow to go over stuff, and I'll try to get to your questions then. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Boxers. I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys.